You are going to be looking at video shortly on your screen. There it is from near Jensen Beach. Just look at the wind and the rain and the sand being pushed around by near hurricane force winds as Hurricane Matthew is still paralleling Florida's Space Coast early this morning. The location of this just east of Port St. Lucie, and we are seeing images like that all up and down the east coast of Florida. I want to say thank you for staying with us here at AccuWeather as we bring you these important weather updates through the overnight hours. Myself, meteorologist Justin Pavic, he's been here all night long. Chief Meteorologist Bernie Rayno is in as well, and we continue to look at the latest numbers. Take a look at the radar here. Look at just how close this large storm system is. There is the eye wall. In fact, that secondary eye wall now measuring at about 60 nautical miles, so a very large area with strong winds, and you can see just how close it is to the shore as well. Now, I want to zoom in just a bit and actually put a measurement on this for you, and what that'll show you is just how close the eye itself is from the shore. If we were to take it just back in toward Melbourne, that's about 43 miles offshore, the center of the eye of Hurricane Matthew. We can also do a little bit more of a measurement because this storm is still moving to the north and west. So let's take it from right around Cape Canaveral and we'll try to measure for you exactly where we go as we get a little bit closer to Cape Canaveral and toward that eye. We're looking at about 60 miles or so. A new update due in here from the National Hurricane Center in the next 15 to 30 minutes. All right, take a look at the latest watches and warnings. Hurricane warnings still spanning the shore from Charleston south to Savannah and also Jacksonville, Daytona Beach, Cape Canaveral, Vero Beach. And we've seen hurricane force winds just offshore so far this morning. And as this draws closer, we do expect that some of that could move west even farther. So let's take a location such as Jacksonville. Notes here, extreme threat to life and property. This storm is now barreling down even on parts of northern Florida with the rain and the wind moving in. Storm surge. This is where you basically take part of the ocean and you push it over what is normally dry land. We could see a water level rise there of 2 to as much as 4 feet. Rainfall there expected to be 4 to 8 inches. I think we could see more rain as we head north into parts of the Carolinas. There is at least a slight risk for some tornadoes, as we typically see with these tropical systems in those outer feeder bands. And as far as the wind forecast goes, 40 to 60 miles an hour, but some of those gusts 75 or higher, which is hurricane force, are possible across the region. And what we'll note here is as that movement continues to the north, we'll see those conditions spreading toward the Carolinas as well. And meteorologist Justin Pavic has been really analyzing this situation all night long. Justin, you have some of the latest for us now.
Yeah, that's right, Laura. And recon hurricane hunters have been very valuable flying around in Matthew, offering us some very, very insightful information. Pressures remain on the low side. More so, this system is maintaining its intensity, very powerful. It's a major hurricane wind speeds just down a little bit from about 6 to 8 hours ago, but still at 120 miles per hour as of the latest. Location 28.0 north, 79.9 west, and roughly 50 miles now to the east, southeast of Cape Canaveral, Florida. Movement still at around 325 degrees, more so northwest at around 14 miles per hour. And take a look at the battering waves that we have just off the coast here. Daytona Beach approaching 14 feet. Notice, though, the wave heights beginning to drop further south toward Vero. You're on the south side of the storm now, and conditions will gradually improve there as we go throughout the day. But again, building surf, building wave heights here to the north of the circulation center, along with that trajectory of winds coming in from the east, will likely cause more inundation, and we are concerned about storm surge. Again, that is more so the most dangerous part of tropical systems. The power of water very, very extreme. And again, the storm surge here more so centered in on Daytona Beach southbound, again right through the Space Coast, but even portions of the First Coast expecting that high water level rise as well. Wind speeds here on the order of 30 to 40 miles per hour, but we have seen reports of gusts upwards of 50 to even 60, and now to hurricane force, more so at some of the towers. So we're talking about above the surface, but more so some of those hurricane force winds will start to come down to the surface as powerful Matthew continues to barrel on here, paralleling the coast more so, but some of the outer bands, or more so the inner bands at this point, beginning to make their move right toward the immediate shoreline. We continue to update this map here for you. Some of the worst of the conditions more so from Melbourne northbound to Jacksonville, but tropical storm force wind gusts are expected well inland. We've seen some of those toward Orlando. already reports of 40 to 45 mile per hour wind speeds. And notice the heavy rainfall, upwards of a foot plus from Charleston north and eastbound. Matthew will continue to be tracked very closely over the coming days, potentially looping over the Atlantic as we head into early next week.